Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back. You saw the last video. You saw the new car that we're going to be running for next year and that we're going to be building over the next few months. It is an E82. It is a 1 Series, similar to the E30 in the aspect that it's small and compact, but it's going to be a lot better setup, something that we can continue to grow in and hopefully have a lot of success in as well. Now, we also in the last video stripped down the engine bay, sprayed and pressure washed everything so we have a nice clean base to work with. In this video, as you saw in the title, we need to get the entire interior stripped out of this car so we can continue making progress. All the stock stuff has to come out. We're going to take out the carpet, the dash, the wiring, the fuse box, the HVAC panel, everything completely out of this car so we can get it down to a bare shell. I won't sit here and bore you guys with any more talking. Let's go ahead and get after it. So I went and snagged this shop light from Harbor Freight, just so I can hang it up in the car and have some kind of light so I can see in here. Alright, it's a bit on the ghetto side, I'll admit, but it at least works. Now we got light in here. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but it stinks so bad like piss in this car. And because we're going full-blown race car, it really is just as easy as cutting any wiring that's in your way. The only thing that we need to keep are the plugs that go into the lights, the tail lights, the headlights, and that's really going to be it. Everything else, grab the cutters and get it out your way. And you can see all this crap where the mice have been living. It's all throughout this car. I know I've already said it a couple times, but this stinks so bad. Well, there's definitely some leaks in here, but nothing long enough to rust anything. So we'll just get this sucked out. It'll air dry, no big deal. A lot of you are probably cringing at the fact that I'm cutting everything out of the way, but there is so many 1 Series online that are being parted out that are still complete cars. I've been looking constantly over the last year all over the place, and all I find are just shells that are complete, that are just totaled and parting out. And I really don't want to sit on all this stuff for the next year. It's not worth that to me for a couple $100. So all this shit's just coming out. So if you're watching this and I'm destroying something that you need, I'm sorry. The only thing I wanted to keep from this car was the dash, just so I could strip it down, put plates on it, reuse it. And I saw that it had some blemishes in here, and I knew it wasn't perfect, but oh, this thing's cracked in half. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's totally split. I'm gonna pull it out in one piece and leave it together anyways. But like I was just saying, there's hundreds of these cars that are just being parted out, so I can just go snag a new dash that's in perfect shape, if I don't go carbon dash. Yeah, that's definitely not the way to do that. All right, it's hot. Got the Florida humidity going today, but the dash is out. As you saw, I went pretty medieval with it. Obviously not ideal. The dash is broken and cracked in half. There's no point in me trying to salvage anything, so kind of just ripping it out like we're at a junkyard, but here it is. The next thing we need to do is work on the HVAC, getting all of that out, the fuse box, and then it's just all the wiring and this thing will be bare. All right, so I got everything stripped out of the front of the car. Whole lot of stuff. We are all stripped down. I need to get the pedal assembly and the brake booster out, so we'll do that here soon. Still need to do everything in the trunk. I have the wire harness and it all peeled back. But before I do anything else, I need to get all of this crap in the bed of my truck because I cannot walk through here at all. All right guys, we're back. It's a new day. Hopefully this video isn't just drawn out time lapses. Unfortunately, this step of the car is really just for ripping stuff out. There's no point to me to do anything but a time lapse. So we're gonna jump back into a time lapse, finish getting all the interior insulation, rat's nest, wiring, everything out this trunk, so we can have the car totally bare. Now there is one piece of wire that I'm going to keep, and that is the main positive wire that runs from the trunk all the way up to the front of the car. There is no reason to get rid of this. I can reuse it if I need to. I can cut it shorter and crimp a new eye on the end. And we're left with this big old factory power wire that we can reuse. I need to also keep the taillight plugs. I have this one in. And all the plugs that I do keep, I'm just tying them together, labeling the tape so I know what they are, throwing them in a bucket. All right, we got the rear of the car taken apart. Taillights are out, bumpers out, all the interior's out. These cars were made to be a race car. You could just unbolt this trunk and drop a cell right in here. Thought that was pretty sweet. So the trunk's out. Still need to take out the rear glass. Still need to take out the side glass. And we need to take out the windshield. There's a bolt up here that hits the windshield before it comes out, which is kind of crazy. But everything is stripped out. All the wiring is out of the car completely. All we have left to do is the pedal assembly and the brake booster. So let's get that out, and this car will be completely stripped. And I also forgot to add, my brother showed up this morning. We took out the sunroof. Didn't record any of it because we just jumped right to it first thing in the morning. So that's it. This thing is officially stripped, minus everything that's under the car, of course. I haven't put it up in the air yet. I'm leaving it on the ground on its wheels for now because this thing stinks still so bad, like rat pee. So here soon, I'm gonna push the car outside and just pressure wash the entire inside of the car, because even with all the interior out, it actually smells worse, and it is just disgusting. It's making me smell like pee when I go inside. So now that the car's all stripped, we just have a laundry list of things that we need to do to this car before we actually can start putting the cage in. We need to take out all the sound deadening. We need to drill all the spot welds for all the unnecessary brackets that are just spread everywhere throughout the inside of this car, throughout the engine bay. Everything's got to get shaved down. And then we need to make plates to seal off the firewall and fill all these holes, and there is a lot of holes. We need to make a rear firewall. We need to chop off the entire back of the car and the frame rails, cap the ends of everything, get it ready for the wide body that we're going to be putting on here. There's just a lot of work to do before we actually cage the car and start painting it and making it look good. So these next couple videos, they're just going to be crunching out all the little tedious stuff that nobody likes to do and nobody wants to do, but we got to do it anyways because the end result is just so worth it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I'll have another one up soon, just crunching away, getting all this tedious stuff done. I hope you like this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.